There is another serious concern about quid pro quo if we look back at the chronology. We've looked at a process that runs from 10 June, when the Operation Dudula messages are sent, through to 21 June, when the letter to the Minister of Police is sent. In the middle of that process, on the 15th of June, if we go to page 5990, we come to the Sandton case number that I have mentioned previously. And there we see that it's now 4 days after General Khan has sent his draft question to the Inspector General, to Mr. Malema through Mr. Sayed. Mr. Sayed forwards to General Khan a request from Mr. Malema. And that is at the message on page 5990 at message time 1207 on the 15th of June, where Mr. Sayed forwards the message, need to know the complaint in case number Sandton case 79/07/2019, and says Juju Brew. And General Khan says, okay, thanks. Now, if we go to the next page, General Khan responds very promptly. What he's done is he's got onto the SAPS computerized database of cases, and he sends what looks like a photograph or a screenshot from that database, which identifies who the complainant is in that case. And we see that at the top of 5991. Now, and that screen that we see, which he sends to Mr. Sayed, identifies the complainant as Mr. Ruplal. And Mr. Sayed thanks him for it, and then...
The Economic Freedom Fighters leader, Julius Malema, has strongly denied allegations linking him to senior crime intelligence official Feroz Khan, as the Madlang Commission continues to investigate claims of political interference, intelligence leaks, and questionable procurement dealings. The commission had testimony on Tuesday centered on Khan, who is currently recovering in hospital after being seriously injured in what authorities believe was an attempt assassination last month. At the heart of the proceedings were WhatsApp messages allegedly exchanged between Khan and alleged tobacco smuggler Mohammed Mo Sayed. Leading evidence before the commission, Advocate Matthew Chaskelson said the conversations form part of the Commission's investigation and allegedly reveal interactions involving Julius Malema. According to the testimony presented, the messages suggest that Malema, Khan, and Sayed were involved in efforts to remove former Inspector General of Intelligence Isaac Dintwe from office. The commission also had allegations that Khan shared confidential intelligence with Malema, including the identity and home address of the curator appointed to oversee VBS Mutual Bank, who later laid corruption-related charges against the EFF leader. Additional claims presented before the inquiry alleged that Malema supported Khan in attempts to avoid disciplinary action arising from financial misconduct allegations. The WhatsApp exchanges further touched on procurement matters, including discussions surrounding a South African Police Service fleet management tender. In one conversation, Sayed allegedly claimed that information relating to Better Britain's tender submission had come from Juju, a nickname commonly associated with Malema. Bato Pride has previously faced allegations of bribery linked to a City of Tshwane fuel tender. In a sworn affidavit submitted to the Commission, Malema rejected the allegations and responded to claims contained in an affidavit by Commission investigator Tshepo Nyatlo. He also addressed questions regarding his relationship with Kenlink's CEO, Adriana Mazzotti, confirming that Mazzotti donated 0,000 rand to assist with the EFF's registration. However, Malema insisted there was nothing improper about the contribution. Responding to claims about his family's accommodation, Malema said it was already public knowledge that his wife had lived in the same residential complex as Mazothi under a legitimate lease agreement. He also dismissed reports alleging that he and his family had stayed rent-free at Mazothi's Sandton penthouse. Malema further distanced himself from the WhatsApp conversations, arguing that he could not verify whether the messages presented to the commission were genuine. I said, I evidently cannot confirm whether these extracts are a true recording of their engagements or the authenticity of those extracts. I simply record at this point to note that my response will be curtailed to claims that are in my personal knowledge and relating to me. The EFF leader added that in his capacity as a member of parliament, he routinely receives information from members of the public, including law enforcement officials, suggesting that such interactions are not usual. Despite Malema's recent response, the commission has yet to decide whether he will be called to testify. Commission spokesperson Jeremy Michaels declined to confirm whether the EFF leader would appear before the inquiry, saying the decision rests with the Commission's evidence leaders, and said the matter is in the hands of the evidence leaders and the Commission is seeking to be fair to everyone who has been implicated, as we have consistently demonstrated. Mr. Chaskalson also stated that if Khan had been genuinely concerned about the relation between Dintle and Marumuti, he would have been expected to take the issue up through appropriate channels, and said instead what he did was to use his relationship with an alleged tobacco smuggler to plant questions for Inspector General through the EFF in the hope of trapping the Inspector General into lying to Parliament. He expressed another concern that the chat suggested a reciprocal exchange of favors between Khan and Malema, especially after Malema allegedly pushed for the arrest of a person linked to a murder suspect believed to have connections to Dudula operation. In one of the WhatsApp chats, Sayed forwarded Malema's message to Khan, showing a picture of an Operation Dudula poster threatening to remove all illegal foreigners by force and calling a meeting on June 16, 2021. Co-Commissioner Advocate Sandile Khumalo asked what the Commission should make of using a third party or a conduit in these cases. Chaskalson said Mr. Sayed's role in all of this is very problematic. Mr. Sayed belongs to a company that, on its admission, he has been engaged in fraudulent activity historically and tax evasion. He is not an appropriate person for General Khan to engage within matters of this nature. Chaskalson said the Commission had been unable to locate Dintle or obtain a statement from him, and said what we have seen is a press report purporting to quote him on this issue, and what he says is that he and General Khan together had a meeting with Marumutu. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.